Over 3 years in development, countless samples, 3 factories, and months of hype. Storror's new shoe, the Tech 10s, are finally here.
They're platinum selling, rap legend to hit your melon, thoughts compelling, weed inhaling, verbal rebellion, corn be extra, abrasive to the text.
And in this video, we're going to take a look at the shoe, we're going to talk about the story behind it, and you're going to get my first impressions of the shoe as well. So this is the second shoe from Storror. Their original shoe was the Storror 10s, and I have made a full video of this on this channel if you do want to check it out. It's linked in the description. But the new Tech 10 shoe is their second generation shoe, and it is a far improvement in quality and design compared to the original Storror 10s. So let's take a look at the shoe. On the bottom, they have rubber, which I believe they said is using the same rubber that are on fireman boots to kind of get that good traction. And it has the Storror S symbol all on the bottom, which supposedly helps with multi-directional grip. The bottom of the shoe is quite heavy because of this rubber, but I know the rubber on the shoe was a big focus from the Storror guys. Before, they used a pre-existing rubber sole from a different company, and because of that, there were a few quality issues. They weren't great. Rubber, custom rubber on a shoe costs a lot of money. And that's why I think the shoe took so long in development, because essentially they wanted to make sure they got the rubber right. Every mold, every slight change, every adjustment is going to ramp up the price on designing a parkour specific shoe. And that focus on creating the technical rubber that is going to be robust and basically last the test of time through parkour training has influenced the price of this shoe. So over here in the UK, it is £135, and that is about a 125% increase from the price that was on their original Storror 10s. So these came out at £59.99, about 60 quid, whereas the new shoes are £135. I've seen a bit of mixed reactions and mixed feedback regarding the pricing. Some people think it's too much, other people think it's just right, other people think it's not enough. I think as long as the shoe lasts the test of time, it's worth the money. I worked it out, I spend about kind of £180 a year on parkour shoes with my Reebok or with my K-Swiss or anything like that. So if I can buy a £135 pair of shoes and it lasts me for a long time, I would rather do that than having to keep buy other pairs of shoes. So like I said, because of the rubber, it is quite heavy on the bottom, but the top is nice and light. Within the kind of arch area, it has a shank, which is supposed to help with arch support, particularly if you're someone training who lands on their arches quite a lot. It has that built-in shank on the bottom that is really going to help you get that support within your training. But it also has heel protection as well. So if you're someone that takes quite heavy landings, it does have some built-up heel protection in the back of the shoe as well. Now the shoes are quite a snug fit. I tried these on and they are quite a snug fit. And I think that is because the shoes that these are based on is the Adidas F22 Prime Knit. And that's these shoes here. So looking at the two shoes kind of next to each other, you can kind of see where the influence from this shoe went into that shoe. But obviously the Storror guys wanted to kind of make a shoe their own whilst using the inspiration from something that they all used to train. Similar sort of section on the bottom there as it is with the shoe. I don't know if you'll see this because of the lighting, but you can see it's like a similar kind of bottom on the shoe. This shoe as well, heavy on the bottom, light on the top. The kind of material that's on the top there as well feels more durable and stronger on the Storror shoe. And that's because the mesh that is on the upper of the Storror shoe is bonded with flex tape. So it is supposed to be a bit more robust and a bit more stronger. The reason for that being that the guys identified that there are common areas of ripping and tearing within shoes that they wanted to kind of reinforce and strengthen that shoe when designing and creating it. Going back to the snug fit that I was talking about before I went on that tangent, the snug fit is what I would kind of say probably has influence from both the Adidas F22 Prime Knit, but also from football boots, because a big thing in football at the moment is the sock boots and kind of wearing those to kind of, I guess, feel more connected with your foot. I know that sounds super weird, but sock boots have become this big thing because it makes you feel your touch a bit more. It makes you be more aware of what you're doing with your foot and stuff. And I think that's probably why these shoes are kind of as fitted as they are. I think it's to kind of give you a bit more awareness of what your foot is doing whilst you're training. So when they were designing this shoe compared to the Influence, which again is the Adidas F22, they had a big issue with the F22 that when they were doing movements like cat leaps or 180s, the shoes would peel off from your foot. And the reason that happened with the Adidas F22 Prime Knit is because these are shoes which are designed to be worn without socks. They're essentially what I was saying about the football sock boots there. That's like a foot version of this. And Adidas basically tried to solve a problem that people didn't really have. People got the shoes, they wore them with socks, and those who trained obviously felt the shoe kind of slipping off every time they did some movement. So with this shoe, they've made sure it's kind of stronger around the kind of heel area, and also with the semi-gusseted tongue on the top, it is kind of helping the shoe sit on your foot a bit more. And it does feel at first a little bit tight. You do have to get used to it a little bit, especially if you're used to a little bit of room within your shoes, but I don't think it's not really impacted me. I know some people want to exchange their sizes and stuff, but for me, I think the fit is perfect. So I went for a size 10, I'm usually a size 10, and it's a little bit tight, but I think as time goes on, it will kind of fit around my shoe a bit more. So the shoe is available in 3 colorways. I got the white, gray, and black, but they also do a triple black and a white and gum as well. So there is something for everyone kind of within that color lineup. Right, I'm putting you both on the spot. What's your thoughts on the shoes?
I think they're very good. They're very grippy already, and we've had them 40 minutes. Something
Yeah,
like
that is the one thing that I think so far is that they break in quickly. I haven't really thought of any negatives yet, other than my toes jumping into the front, and it's kind of like squishing my big toes, like toenail down. Do you know what I mean? Because it's so flat. But that's the only real negative I can think of.
And like I said, the bottom of the shoe is super heavy, the top is super light, so that's really nice. It does feel, like I said, a little bit of time to get used to, but after wearing it for kind of a couple of hours, I found it quite comfortable and really nice. So I've not done a jump in the Tech 10s yet, so the plan is to do this rail crew here and get like a first impression on a jump and a landing in them. Right, the audio on this clip is really bad, but to kind of summarize it up slightly, it felt like I was training in a pair of shoes. So in terms of that, it wasn't anything groundbreaking, but they were really grippy out the box and they were really good. We did have a discussion about placebo effect and how the idea of it being a parkour specific shoe, if that kind of swayed our opinion on it a little bit. So I won't be breaking down any kind of training movements in this video. I'm going to be doing a separate video for that because I really want to run that shoe through its paces. But that will be coming on the channel very soon, so make sure you subscribe to the channel to see when that pops up. Essentially, yeah, Storror 10s. I'm going to bring these back up again. That was the influence. That was the final result. And to be honest, like, I think that looks really good. It doesn't look massively like a parkour shoe. It does look kind of stylish as well. It's something that I would actually kind of just be comfortable wearing out and about, to be honest. But compared to their original shoe, like, this is like super light, super flimsy. This is heavy, it's robust. You can barely bend it like that, right? With this one, it's like super flimsy. I nearly hit myself in the face there, but you kind of see what I mean. Huge improvement for a second generation of shoe. Technically the third pair of shoes, but the second generation of shoes. Vast improvement, very well done. Like, super excited to check these out more. Right guys, so that was the first look at the Storror Tech 10s. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be interested to hear if you guys picked up any of the Tech 10s, and if so, what color did you get? I'm really excited to test these out and put them through their paces. That video will be coming very soon, so please subscribe to the channel if you're looking forward to seeing that. I'll also be testing the shoes compared to the other Storror 10s as well, so I'll be kind of breaking down both of the shoes at the same time to kind of see where the improvements have come from this one and what I probably preferred on this shoe. I will also be breaking it down from the influence to the original shoe, so there will be like a mini series of the shoes, really breaking it down, because I know there's a few people out there that are kind of like on the fence about purchasing the shoes or not, hoping that in the future these videos will help. Thanks for checking out the video guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.